What's up, Workforce? Brian here for Work to Game. I hope you're having a good day. I am, so let's speculate. First of all, I hope you guys didn't mind that introduction. Somebody asked me the other day what we call the community. And for the longest time, I've actually been referring to you guys as the Workforce. In comments, I've said, well, welcome to the Workforce, because I thought it was better than, like, welcome to the Work to Gamers and all of that. So let me know in the comments below if you like the title Workforce for the community. Hopefully it doesn't make you think too much like this is an actual job. It's not. It's just something fun, right? Anyway, if you guys hate it, we'll change it. We'll figure something out. But in the meantime, we'll stick with it. Okay, so the best part about this is we're almost to FanFest, the last FanFest. FanFest in Frankfurt in February for Final Fantasy. So many Fs. Anyhow, I want to talk today about my predictions for the 2017 FanFest. This specific FanFest is going to give us the rest of the information as it relates to Stormblood, which for me is very exciting. Namely because Yoshi has said that the two FanFests prior have given us 50% of the information, and the last 50% is going to be introduced here this month. In fact, this Saturday, like 3:30 Central Time. So we're not that far away from really figuring out, is it Samurai, or is it Blue Mage, or is it something completely insane that we were totally caught off guard, right? So we're gonna know come this Saturday. The show starts around 3:30 a.m. Central Time. That's the keynote. The following day, or again at 3:30 Central, is going to be the live letter, the questions from Eorzeans, or whatever they're calling the segment. I think they're going to have the keynote being focused in on new announcements, while the live letter focusing on the varying details, taking questions, probably pre-screened because they're going to want to try to deliver that information to us, and then doling that out. So we're going to ideally see more of the detailed information, like the walkthrough of the cross-roll system, as opposed to seeing that on the keynote stage. Now, this is a pure speculation video. I could be completely wrong, but let's go ahead and go over my thoughts, what I want to see. And I want to know what you either want to see or you think you're going to see in the comments below, and let's have that conversation. It's not that much longer to wait, so I know I'm excited, and I hope you are too. All right, so let's just jump into this. I think the obvious stuff is that we're going to see the trailer, but we're going to get more information this time. Yoshi P talked about wanting to have 3.5 out before they showed off this next part. Obviously, we don't have the full 3.55 story, so I don't know if we're going to see, or they're going to allow for any kind of real potential spoilers. So I doubt that, but I think we're going to see more of that trailer, and it's probably going to be pretty awesome. So the other thing they're going to do is they're going to recap the previous FanFests. Hopefully they don't spend too much time on this, because we want to get to the good stuff. So I would probably estimate at least 1/6 of the conference is them recapping the previous two conferences. Now, whether they do the recap before they announce what the new job is, I don't think the audience is going to let them go that much longer, if not. So this will either happen before the recap, or it's going to happen right after the recap. But we're going to finally learn, is it Samurai or is it Blue Mage? And so everybody's come down on both sides. Some people, want Samurai, but they don't want it to be a tank. Some people want, Blue Mage, but how would that work in the world of Final Fantasy XIV? I mean, even older interviews talked about Yoshi P wanting to put Samurai in the game, but he didn't want it to be a tank. But if they're only doing two jobs, and Samurai's included and are both DPSs. So many unknowns, all should be revealed this Saturday. Now, the next question I have is, are they going to surprise us with a third job? Yoshi P said how much work that took last time for Heavensward, and the team at the time was just like overwhelmed with that work. Because not only are you introducing a job, but then you're talking about skills and abilities, traits, and all of that leading to now level 70. Plus, all the current jobs in the game getting bumped up 10 levels. Plus the battle system changes, which they've alluded to, but really haven't gotten into detail. It can be quite a lot of work. That being said, there's still always this little small part of me that's just hoping that we would see 3 jobs, 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 DPS, to keep the balance going the way it is. We know the DPS in this case is Red Mage. I don't know if it's necessary, and I don't know if it's going to happen, but I guess we'll find out on Saturday. I'm really curious if you got what you guys think about whether it's going to be Sam, Blue. Everything's up in the air right now. Let me know in the comments below. They're going to give us even more details on Red Mage. So just like last time with the last FanFest, they actually showed it off, showed them fighting more than what they showed off at the last one. So we're going to get a better idea of their skills, talking about the chain spell and moving in and out, maybe even showing some animations and some battle type situations that we can expect to see with Red Mage. I guess they're going to finally let us know if it's determined that the job starts at 50. You know, they announced that right now that's tentative as of the Japan FanFest. So I guess we'll see more things that are locked down in stone as it relates to that. One of the things I'm really excited about is the job specific UI that they announced. Now we really haven't seen it, so I think they're going to take time on the keynote to show it off, not for every job. I mean, I could be surprised, but I could expect that we would see something for Black Mage, Dragoon, things like that. Especially in the past, Yoshi P usually likes to demo things on his Black Mage, which makes sense because it's one of his favorite jobs. So we're going to learn more details about those various changes, job-specific UI, and then changes to the various jobs as well. I don't know if the changes to the jobs is going to happen at the keynote or if it's going to happen at the live letter that's scheduled for the next day. But regardless, all of this is, encompassing of what we're going to learn about Stormblood this weekend. Now, I think one of the things that's going to be real exciting is they talked about their guest creators at Japan FanFest. I think here is where we're going to see previews of their work, whether that's artwork or if that's some in-game assets. We've been told that the development is progressing really nicely. So Return to Ivalice and the Bend of Time, I think we're going to get more details about that. I think we're going to also learn what they decided to do, if they wanted to have a story mode and then the Savage mode, or if they wanted to bring in other modes of that content, and if they wanted to then introduce that content in various patch cycles. I think we're going to get some previews as it relates to that and what it relates to end game content with 4.0. I think it's important because come 4.0, as you level through the story, everybody's going to be looking towards the end game. The question I haven't been able to answer myself is, are they actually going to show us Eureka at the FanFest? They've showed off just kind of some concept art and talked about it. They've talked about the diadem and the changes that are coming, but yet still at this FanFest, we haven't got those. In fact, we won't be able to go into the diadem until February the 28th or essentially the 29th respectively, depending on where you are. Showing off Eureka might not be as advantageous because everybody's just still wondering, what is the diadem anyway? And if you're modeling this off of that, what does that even mean? I think they're going to talk about it. I don't know if they're going to show it off. Obviously, one primal and one beast tribe isn't enough. With Heaven's Word, we got 2, and then eventually they opened it up to 3. So the game essentially had those beast tribes already in the game. It's just, whether we get to interact with them or not. And I think that at a minimum, we'll see 2. I'd like to see them bring in some of the beast tribes that we already have in the world that we just don't get to interact with, like the giants or the gigas. That would be really interesting in my mind, but, we'll have to wait and see if that's the case. But we're going to learn about new primals. I'm still hoping for Quetzalcoatl, not for any specific reason. I just like that primal, or I like that summon. But I think it would be interesting to see, and we'll obviously learn more soon. Now, regardless of if you're a PvP fan or not, I think they're going to talk about the large-scale PvP that they've got planned. Yoshi P has talked about it. It's going to be bigger than Frontlines, and personally, I'm hoping for some type of world v world system, some type of slight competition that is measured either week over week or month over month, and based off of how your server does, you get rated or something like that. Now, other games have done things like this, and it's been, in my opinion, really fun and successful. What I hope specifically with this is that we'll see them allow players to come into this content level 10 or level 15. They've been playing the game and now they can access this. It would scale them up in level just like the Palace of the Dead can, and then they can use this to level up their character in the real world, so they can actually level through the game by playing PvP in this large-scale environment. Let me know in the comments below what you think large-scale PvP means. One of the things I'm really excited about is hopefully getting a glimpse at more of the zones. They've shown off some screenshots and some walkthroughs. What I'm hopeful to see is that they said that we're going to get no less than what we got in Heaven's Word, which in Heaven's Word we got 6 massive zones. So we know we're at least getting 6 massive zones, and I'm really actually hoping that we're going to get more than just those 6. I think it all depends on the development costs and the resources needed, but it's interesting that they didn't settle and just say 6 new zones. I don't know if that's a marketing ploy to get our hopes up, but I think it really means that we might see a much bigger expansion with Stormblood than we did with Heaven's Word. Now, outside of new content that I can't even begin to speculate or imagine, I think that we might see, and they might talk about some of that, what will be coming either day one with Stormblood or at some point in its patch cycle. That being said, if they don't have any other new announcements, I think that they might spend some more time focusing in on free companies, link shells, other quality of life requests and improvements that we've been asking for quite a while, as well as just the natural evolution. So with the the PS3 and low grade PCs making their way out, that should give them a lot more power to be able to go and do various different things. So I think that they're gonna show that off. I know that they hear us and they want to do various things. The UI guys have come on and talked about it, and I think they've done an amazing job with what they've got and trying to make it obviously fair across the board. So I think they're gonna have that conversation with us at this time as to exactly what we're getting and when we're getting it. I couldn't even begin to tell you, but I think it's going to be pretty common that we're going to see a lot of new improvements. We saw that with Heaven's Word. We saw the free company crafting with Heaven's Word. They brought in a lot of systems like that, and I think whether there's an equivalent that's going to be a part of Stormblood, or if they're going to expand and improve upon the existing systems, I think both are most likely. I think it's going to be both and in this case rather than either or. So, and then on a personal side note, something that I don't know if we're going to see, but I'm still hopeful for. I'm still just crossing my fingers that Microsoft gets with the program and lets this game come to Xbox One. Square wants it. Microsoft has said they wanted it. Come on, guys, get together. Figure this out. And so I'm really, really hopeful that they'll take this time at Europe to announce that it's coming to Xbox One, and whether that's its own version or if it's going to be in the the Xbox in the Windows Store, so that it's cross play or cross buy or what have you. I think that would be a huge announcement, and one that it would be very exciting to make at this time, especially since pre-orders and that is going on. So that being said, I don't know if this is going to happen. I knew they were going to announce it at Japan. It just didn't seem like the right market to announce it in. But Europe's a different market. All I know is I will lose my mind if that is the case, because that's what I'm hoping for. We've been waiting for it. Stormblood, I think, is the perfect opportunity for it. Whether you agree or disagree, that's fine. We can always have that debate whether adding a new platform is the right call. It is. But I really, really hope that that's going to be something they announce here this weekend. Now, whether they do this on stage or in the live letter, I think that, and I'm really hopeful that they're really going to get into more details, especially with the cross-roll and the battle system changes that they've got planned. It might not be finalized, and that's okay, but to give us a glimpse, to give us something to really be excited about. I think based off of what we know, it's going to be a fantastic show. And if you can't tell, obviously I'm super hyped about it. So for Work the Game, we're gonna put out a video talking about the details Saturday morning. So you come back and check us out, and let us know what you think of that video as well. And then they'll have the live letter that we'll talk about on Sunday. So it's going to be a busy weekend for us and hopefully for you. So what are you hoping they're going to announce? What say you on the jobs? Let me know in the comments below. Let's let's pass the time this week by speculating and then being able to return and see if we were right or wrong or close or ridiculously far off. So we'll only have a few more days until this debate is kind of put to rest, and then we can debate on all the new information. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you like it. I hope you're about as excited as this weekend as I am. Hit that like button if you like this video, and I hope to see you in my next video. But until then, I hope you have a fantastic week. Hey, it's me. Thanks so much for watching this video. You should click here to subscribe and here to maybe check out some more of our videos. So again, thanks for watching. We hope you like this video. We hope you subscribe and join our community. Let us know in the comments below what you think, and we'll see you next time.